Formula 4 is now live.
Fucking starving, I am.
You're breathing a bit heavy into your mic.
Yeah, our total P's has just joined. Was it full qualifying? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's... Right, so I think we're going to try and keep this as PG as we can.
Yeah.
So, let's try not to spit wherever we can.
No swearing from now.
Yeah.
Just remind me halfway through, because I will end up slipping. So just halfway through the race, just say, dog, PG, don't forget. I probably won't have swore at, but it just has to be in my head.
Yeah.
Just remind me on.
Oh, don't worry, I will.
It's going to be an entertaining race anyway, I think, around here after what we've just encountered.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race, I think. Definitely going to be a different one, I'll tell you that much.
What you're saying is, who's your top three then?
I'm going to just share the link to...
We're readying up now anyway.
Yeah, I know. Where are we? That one. Share, copy link. Just going to chuck this in shadow box so I can watch it and all. Share link.
Alright, we've watched the streams harder when I'm in bed.
Right, so I've got that going. People are starting to ready up. It is 8 o'clock. Hello everybody, welcome to Formula 4. Nobody watching us yet apart from me because I need to check the volume mix. But yeah, welcome. It is the Dutch Grand Prix this week. I've not seen much of the Australian division, but I know that I think it was eventful anyway. But yeah, without further ado, alongside me in the com box this week, he was here last week as well. Dog, say hello.
Hello, alright. How's it going?
Right.
It's gonna be an interesting race, I can say that.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put the stream link in the Formula 4 chat as well. I don't have permission to send that in there, so I'll just chuck it in general.
Right, and straight into qualifying.
Let me
First qualifying.
It's obviously last week we saw a fair few safety cars. Do you reckon we're going to see an equal amount again today? Do you reckon it's going to be just as hectic?
I reckon so. I certainly do. After when we've just had a little bit of a race around here, it seemed quite slippy for me. Anyway.
Yeah, the rear end's definitely not your friend on this track, and you really can't really look at the curbs because they will spin you around.
Especially turn 3.
Interesting thing about this track.
Oh, interesting as well that the rain is pouring. That is very interesting.
Did not expect that.
No, that is very.
This is even more exciting.
Yeah.
I don't know why the time trial says lap 1 of 3. It is qualifying. I'm hoping.
There we go.
I'm hoping the car goes out on track so that I can test the audio. There we go. People who are watching, if you want once cars are out on track, I'll go on board with a couple. If you could just tell me if the engine noises are a bit better this week. I know last week I had a few issues with the engines drowning the comms out a little bit. Hopefully we don't have that. But yeah, so we've got a wet qualifying at Zandvoort. The track is slippy enough without the rain, so I know this is definitely going to be an entertaining qualifying session. Similar to what we saw in France actually, I think. And we have the first car coming out. Let's see what it's going to be. And it is a Jaguar. We've got a Jaguar coming out of it. Total P's.
Oh no, sorry.
Or is it? It's one of the Jaguars. We know that much.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Anden.
It's Anden.
So
okay, so you're gonna take us through his lap.
Yeah, I'll take you through his lap, definitely. I'm just gonna go on board it. I'm just gonna check my stream for 2 seconds.
This is going to be a very... And we've got Mazepin, we've got quite a few cars now starting to come out of the pit lane. So,
the audio seems to be a lot better on the stream this time.
Mazepin in the Gulf. Total P's in the monster, is he?
Cheers, Droff, for letting us know. It is definitely a full wet quali. This is going to be very interesting.
Oh,
but it is a dry race, so that's a bit of a dilemma. Do you just go with a wet setup and change your front wing, or do you go with a full wet setup? I wouldn't go with a full wet setup if it's a dry race, because that will just destroy your tyres.
We've got Anden just coming around the last corner now. If you want to take us through his flying lap, Casey.
Yeah, let me just get my telemetry sorted because I'm very unprepared as usual.
Oh dear.
Let's go. Right, so we're coming out the final corner. Zandvoort on the current Formula 1 calendar has a unique distinction in that it hasn't hosted the Formula 1 race since it was announced to be back. As Anden gets very slippy on the exit of turn 1, it's very, very difficult to keep your car in a straight line on here, especially in the wet. Coming through the first bank corner at turn 4, and now through the best section of track on the calendar, in my opinion. It's just brilliant to drive, but it's terrible if you get it wrong. Just tapping the white line there, you don't want to do that too much. Use a bit of the curb as it comes through this fast right hand now. And we are already into the middle of sector 2. Very short lap here. I think in the dry you're looking at 109s, 108s, depending on your pace. But in the wet I think you're going to be looking at 120s, possibly, if you're
easily
slow. But yeah, just coming into sector 3 now. I don't think this is going to be a stunning lap, let's put it that way. There's been a lot of mistakes. It's not been the cleanest lap in the world. It's coming through the final 2 corners now. Very nice line through there. Takes just enough curb, keeps it valid. Let's see if he can keep it in a straight line coming out of the final bank corner. He does, and it is going to be a 120.474. 120 wasn't a bad prediction for myself.
No, quite a good prediction that was.
Yeah. Getting loads of cars coming out now. It's going to be a lot of traffic with 18 on the track. So at the moment we've got Anden, who's P1 on a 120.4 for the Jaguar squad. Dropped it in a Hello Kitty, is not yet out. We've got William Shaw, who's in the reserve car. As total P's in the Jaguar goes 120.2, 2 tenths quicker than his teammate. I think that is going to be a very interesting battle throughout the season between the Jaguar lads. They all seem to be pretty close for the most part.
Yeah, 100%. Got Extremis just coming round to the final part.
Let's see what Extremis can do.
And
see if he
gets quite a good exit out of the last corner. Coming round the bend.
Yeah.
From the home straight. Keeps it nice and straight on the exit.
Yeah, he keeps it flat.
And comes over the line at a 129 P3. So not too bad from the front runners. And we've got a spinner mid-track, and it's Callum.
Is it Callum? Oh, we've got Callum who's gone off, and looking at the track map, we've got one of the reserves who was out as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Callum's completely gone. But
it
was looks like for the Haskell.
And then goes fastest with a 119.2.
I just called the Hello Kitty a Haas. I guarantee you that is not the first time that will happen. But yeah, it looks like one of the Hello Kitties was going slowly. I promise I will not call them Haas ever again.
Got Anden sitting in P1 at the moment with a 119.2. Pretty nice lap, that is.
Second quicker, but I guarantee. As Anden, as sort of P's joins me in the 119s and a 119.6, but strangely enough, that second lap not as quick for total P's as the first lap was.
And there's a yellow sector.
Yeah,
and
looks
I think
like we've got one of the reserves. William. So the reserves find it a bit tricky out there. They've had more of the issues at the moment, but we have had a retiree already. Well, 2 retirees now with Willem. So Callum did manage to settle up, but obviously will not take any
yellow
further part.
sector 3 as well, and then puts the quickie sector 1 and 2 in at the moment.
Yeah, Anden is absolutely flying on these inters at the moment. You are only going to improve the longer you stay out on these tyres. Basically, what you want to do is just go out with a full fuel load and just
coming around the left corner now. He gets a great exit, nice and straight.
To carry a lot of fuel,
and he's going to put in a 119.1.
So still fast. Still
The
fast.
total P puts in a 1:19.6 and Dan puts in a 1:19.2. So these two teammates showing the pace around this track and the lane.
At the moment, it looks like it's a Jaguar 1-2 for Q1, as we have a slow-moving car. Looks like I am Sloth in. What are you supposed to be in Sloth? Sloth
Oh,
is...
and the Golf has lost it. Crazy Bills has lost it on the last turn, and front wing is gone.
Very easy to do. I've done that many a time myself. Let me just double check what team Sloth's
Crazy Bill and the Golf has lost it, so he's going to pit for a new front wing.
Let's check here.
Got Death Dragon just coming into Sector 3 now.
He's supposed to be in the Rockstar. His livery does suggest otherwise, but don't worry, your eyes do not deceive you. He is definitely in the Rockstar.
Death Dragon's coming round the final corner now, and he actually puts in a purple Sector 2.
Let's have a look and see what All Shot Down.
So he gets a great exit now out of the last corner.
For All Shot Down.
Keeps his car nice and straight on the exit, and what can he do?
Death Dragon does a 121.4.
Oh, a 121. Wow.
So we're seeing
that is very surprising.
Wow, as I've just noticed, Drofter and Total P's have closed in massively on Anden. Anden on 119.1, Total P's and Drofter both on 119.2s. And Drofter is definitely going to be looking at...
Drofter's on a flying lap here now.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's another Yalla sec.
Yeah, it looks like it is another one of the reserves.
Dragon.
Death Dragon having issues
He's lost his front wing, yeah, he's lost his front wing.
So easy to do here, it's like we said before, we had a quick fire lapper before this just to prepare and get some notes, and even in a dry, it's if you're not confident in your setup, then the rear end's all over the place.
Oh, another Yalla.
Yeah, and that's just Death Dragon getting out of the way.
Yeah. So what's Droff going to do here now, coming around the final corner? Is he going to move his car up? Nice exit. Is he going to move up?
No,
and he stays P3.
That time was nearly 7/10 slower than his personal best.
Yeah, nearly 7/10 slower.
So let's see who else we've got. Sloth is currently on a flying lap by the looks of things. Let's go on with the Rockstar driver and see what he can do.
Yeah, just a little bit of understeer then.
I'm just going to pull up the results from the last race and just...
Oh, and we've got Dragon again.
Dragon
losing car.
Is he just still on his way back to the pits? Don't think he's pitted yet, as he is. Had a slowing lap, bless him, as he's well out of the way of anyone who's on a fast lap.
I mean, Sloth now coming around the final corner. Is he going to improve on his time?
No, he doesn't. 19.5, and it stays where he is, P5.
Corona. So you've got XSX as well on a flying lap now.
Right, so looking at the driver standings for the UK Championship. So we've got Drofter at the top in the Hello Kitty.
Down has lost his front wing. Sorry to interrupt, Casey.
No worries. That's why we've got two commentators.
But yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely been an eventful qualifying at the moment. Obviously the wet weather definitely throwing a spanner in the works. At the moment your bottom, well, it looks like it's going to be a bottom 5 with the two retirees. We've got Chazza in the reserve, Crazy Bill in the Gulf, and Glock at the moment in the bottom. As XX goes fastest to 1:19.0.
That's a very quick lap.
It's an extremely quick lap for the Monster Energy driver.
Oh,
as we have another yellow flag, and it looks like car coming into the pits.
Yeah, it's Total P's.
Maybe.
Total P's. I think he's just got a little bit of front wing damage. Maybe, I'm not sure.
I wouldn't be surprised with this tractor.
And Droff puts a P1 quickest. P2, sorry. Sector 2, sorry. Getting confused. Coming around the final corner now. Just a little bit of oversteer. Maybe cost him a little bit. Oh, we had a lot of oversteer coming out of the last corner. That's going to cost him. Oh, maybe not. A 118.4.
Wow.
Wow. He had
showing
mega
exactly what he can do here.
Yeah. And Glock goes a 118.3. Wow, this is going to be a very, very, very interesting race. I mean,
I think the track is definitely ramping up. You can just about see a slightly drier line forming.
Yeah, on the racing line, it's just a little bit drier now, drying up.
And as it is with these wetter tyres, the longer you stay out on them, the more confidence you're going to get, the quicker you go.
Yeah.
So that's why 100%. It's worth going out with such a large fuel load, just to work
so
the tyres.
I think Drofty's gone for one more. Well, I'm not sure.
He's got the ERS to do it, if he has.
Excellent. Thank you.
Let's keep on track with him and see what he can do.
Yeah, I'm just on track with him. He's only lacking the 10th off. Off Glock.
Yeah, he's not far off at all. It's close to a 10th and a half, but he's still going quick. And according to
Sector P2.
Sector 2 purple. So let's see what Drofty can do now. Is he going to improve again? Is he going to take the top spot off a Glock? Let's see what he can do.
He's very tight up to that wall on the exit.
118.
And yeah, 118.2.
Has Glock gone? Glock has gone.
Yes, Glock has lost it.
And looks like one of the Jaguars has had a bit of a moment as well.
I think it's total P's.
And the Jaguars collide.
And yeah.
That
PWS.
That was not great at all from the Jaguar squad. Total P's and PWSTN colliding. PWSTN having a moment, and Total P's trying to take avoiding action, and PWSTN just drove into the path of him. There weren't much more he could do there, and I think PWSTN's been given a 5-place penalty. I will double check that on the race director instance. PWSTN's given a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with all shot down. So he's been involved in 2 collisions there, one with his teammate and one with one of the monsters. And all shot down's coming into the pits. I'm not surprised there.
Extremis has also retired from the session.
Yeah, it looks like he's retired in the pits. I think he knows he's safe. Although one more car's going to get eliminated, as Infamous Pillars has joined. He's got time, so he could probably do another lap, or do a lap if he wanted to.
Rock puts a 118.0 in.
Wow, Drofty has just gone faster and faster. Like I said, the longer you stay out on these tyres, the quicker you can go.
Yeah, 100%.
Driving in the wet is all about confidence. The more confident you are on the tyres, the better you're going to go, definitely.
Yeah.
But so at the moment, we're losing Chazza in the reserve. Although I will stay on board with him, see what he can do. We're losing William Shaw, who is currently, well, he did not set a lap before he DNF'd. Callum Tyler and Glock, who have both DNF'd as well.
Puts on a quickest sector 1, sorry. Chazza does.
It'll be purple to the people around him, so it'll be purple compared to probably PWSTN and Mazespin, but I doubt it'll be setting a session best.
Certainly needs at least a 120.
I mean, let's see what he can do. 54.772 so far on this lap. That's not too bad. As I've said before, lap of the track, he's definitely ramping up in pace. Looks like Infamous Pillars is out on the track as well, so he'll be setting a lap before the end of the session.
And what can he do now coming over the line?
Does a 118.5 to go P2 between Drofty and XX.
That's a great lap.
That is a superb lap from the reserve driver. So in a drop zone at the moment with 19 drivers, we've got Pillars, who I'm sure will set a lap before the end of the session. He is currently on a lap, but a 125 is not going to get you anywhere. And after that we've got William Shaw, Callum Tyler and PWSTN in the bottom 4. Although I can guarantee Glock will probably end up joining that group as well, given the fact he's DNF from the session.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But let's see what Pillars can do. I know he's a quick driver. I'm pretty sure that he'll definitely give the front runners a run for their money. So let's see what he can do. very cautious for turn 1. Let's see what he can do for turn 2 and 3. Takes it as you'd expect as Mazepin's retired from the session. Looks like he's retired in the pits as well. People feeling more and more comfortable with their lap times now.
And then get to sector 2 quickest.
There's a purple sector for Infamous Pillars at the moment. Let's see what he can do.
Oh, and he's lost it. And then's lost it on the final corner coming home.
Oh, that
lost his front wing.
So poor from the Jaguar driver. Jaguar having a bit of a mare in this session, if I'm completely honest.
XS has also lost it or retired.
XS retired in the pits.
Retired in the pits, yeah.
54 once. Tell you what, based off of Chaz's time, I think Pillars has a shot at pole, or shot at fastest in Q1 here.
Yeah.
And Sean's retired from the session in the pit lane. And he's coming across the line.
Chaz has just done another lap.
1:17.8 from Infamous Pillars, goes 2 tenths quicker than Drofter. That is a fast lap. That is a fast lap. On his first
Chaz gets
lap.
the sector 2 purple coming through the final corner now. Let's just see what he does now.
Let's see what Chaz can do.
Josh
See if he's got a chance.
1:17.8, goes quickest. Gets a good exit now coming out of the final corner. He kind of keep the car out straight. He gets a little bit of oversteer coming out of it, but that might not affect his time. And he gets
1:17.9.
1:17.9. Not bad.
So the track is getting quicker and quicker. As the Jaguar of PWSN did improve to P14, which means I believe he is safe.
Lap by lap, the stickers coming to the track.
Yeah, extremely retiring the pits.
And Total P puts in a 1:17.8.
Yeah, Total P's is just in a different league at the moment. We're seeing the sort of form we had in France now. Obviously, Jaguar not having a brilliant race in Baku, but getting back to form, I think we get if we just gloss over the incident between PUSTN and Total P's and all shut down as it turns out. But I think the big losers here, Extremist and Sean. I think they retired in the pit lane and they're in the bottom 5.
Really?
So at the moment for 5.
Chaz puts a sector 2 purple in again.
Yeah, Chaz has definitely got some pace on him.
He's definitely picking up the pace now.
As Joff does a 1:17.4. Yeah, the track is getting so much quicker
now. Can he keep the car out? Yes, no oversteer on this one. This could be a very quick lap.
1:17.5 goes P2. And that will be the end of Q1, ladies and gentlemen.
Take us through Q1.
Right. I'll take you through Q1, let's go. So, the fastest in the first qualifying session, dropped on a 1:17.4. Further back, we've got the reserve of Chazza on a 1:17.5. Then we've got 2 on a 1:17.6, the Jaguar of Total P's, and the first Golf of Pillars. Then we've got Pillars' first teammate, Crazy Bill. Then the first monster of XX and the second Jaguar of Andon. Then we've got the Golfs of Chewy and Mazespin with the reserve Death Dragon in the middle. Then P11, 12, 13 and 14 all shot down Sloth, PWSTN and Ramsel. But PWSTN does have a 5-second penalty, or 5 place penalty, sorry, for a collision with all shot down. And then in the drop zone we have Willem Shaw, Callum Tyler, Extremist, TTG Sean and Glock, and pretty sure Extremist and Sean retired in the pits. Which says to me that they really misread the track evolution.
Sorry about that, Casey. I was just grabbing a drink. All this talking's got me on a bit of a dry mouth.
Right, so as we go into Q2, I guess it's business as usual. We've got a wet track.
That was a very interesting Q1, let's say that. I think most of the drivers showed what they're capable of in the wet. I mean, we've got a car coming straight out now and it's I Am Sloth.
Yeah, we've got I Am Sloth. I have had confirmation that on his screen apparently his livery is orange, but obviously Codemaster on our screens. We'll take his word for it, but Yeah, we've got cars coming out left, right, and centre now. We've already got 5 on track, nearly.
As soon as Sloth goes through his flying lap, I'll take you through it.
Yeah, no problem. Sloth is just coming. He's just finished sector 1 now, so he's going through the pretty quick right-handers.
And you can tell just when he comes down that of the hill for that right-hander how dry the track is getting, how dry that racing line is now. So this Q2 will prove.
Yeah, I think we're possibly going to see some
116s.
I think 115s depending on track evolution. If it gets as quick as I think it's going to, I think we could see a 115s.
Yeah, we could do. I think if the track dries out a little bit more, maybe Q3, that's when the 115s will start coming out.
Yeah, I think definitely we're going to see a 116 in this session.
Yeah, but for the time being, I think 116s will start popping out now.
Yeah.
For a bit of safety.
Right, I'm going to let you take us through Sloth's lap.
So, coming over the line now. It's taking the right-hander, nice. We've taken that as great exit. He's just coming round the corner now on the racing line. It's lovely and dry now.
Well, dry's subjective. It's dry compared to the other parts of the track, of course.
Yeah. Just coming over the crest of the hill now. Take the quick right-hander.
Yeah. And surprise, goes fastest in sector 1.
Yeah, it's a perfect entry. Breaks nice and early for the right-hander. A little bit of oversteer coming out of that, but I don't think that's going to affect his time. He takes that left-handed beautifully. Great exit now. Throttle to metal.
Yeah, it's been a good lap from Sloth so far as he comes into sector 3 now. Wants to drop down to second probably for this corner, as he does, and I'll let you take us through the last couple of corners.
So he's just coming up now to the final corner. He uses the exit well there. Coming round now for the last corner. Well, catching the line there, nice and straight, and he comes over the line for a 118.3. That was quicker than what he put in Q1, I think. I think it was a 119 for Sloth.
Oh, Sloth was a 118.3 and Anden is a 117.8. So already we're into 17s. I'm going to offend some Dutch people by trying to learn the corners of this track. So if my
Crazy Bill puts then a 118.
Crazy Bill's yeah. We're already starting much quicker than we did start in Q1, that's for sure.
Total Peas is now just coming over the line for his flying lap.
Right, I have got the track back up and I want to try and pronounce some of these corner names. I do apologise to any Dutch viewers because this pronunciation is going to be absolutely terrible.
Take us through his lap if you want, Casey Total Peas.
Yeah, I'll get. Well, I was going to go on board with all shut down if I'm completely honest. I'm a bit late for Total Peas. So coming down the start finish straight now, coming out the final corner, I'll leave that pronunciation till last. Coming down into Tarzanbock by the look of it. I think that's how you pronounce that one. Very nice indeed through turn 1, and then he's going to be coming through Gerlatbock now, and then Hugenholzbock. Turn 3. This is the new banked corner for originally 2020. Now through Hansensbox and Hunsenberg, Slottermackerbock and Shivalak. Turn 8 now, Masterbox, and turn 9 just boxed, and turn 10 boxed. I think box just means corner. I'm learning Dutch. I do think box just means corner. Turn 9 and 10 don't seem to have official names. Although I could be wrong. Then I'll box them. Let's go back to that chat map. Hans Ernst box. Where we're at now. Turn 12, I don't think that has a name either. Now coming to Krummelbox and the final corner, the bank corner, Harry Lundukbok is coming down the start finish straight now. I apologise sincerely for my botched
I thought that was pretty good.
Dutch. That's the first Dutch I've ever tried speaking, and I'm not going to claim to be good at it. As Sloth has gone quickest on a 1:17.8, but not much quicker than Anden.
No, he's not too far ahead of him, is he? I mean, Turtle Peas is just put in a purple sector 2 now. He's just coming round the final few corners. This could be a P1, I think.
I think definitely could be a P1. I think we've got a 5-car battle for Paul, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, you're 100% right there, and he comes over, and no, he goes to 1:17.8, P3. Very surprising.
It's definitely at least a 4-car battle for Paul. We've got 4 cars in the 1:17.8 at the minute.
Yeah.
And we've got first Hello Kitty coming across the line. And another one. Who's this going to be? I think, yeah, that was Jofta, who's just started a lap by the looks of things. Ramsel not improving, and Jofta just getting to grips with things again.
Just have to make your mark and then. So yellow set to 1 and 2. I think he was just letting
I think that was Ramsel just letting Jofta through.
Yeah.
As looks like we've had a Jaguar spin on the start finish straight by lots of things.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, is that Total Peas or Anden? I think that's
Peas,
Total Peas.
Sorry,
Anden, did he lose his front way?
Yes, he did.
Right, I'm not surprised. It's pretty easy to find a wall there. As Jofta's coming through, sector 2. Jofta, that middle sector's quick.
And Total Peas goes quickest.
1:17.6.
That's
quick,
time.
But Jofta's going to go quicker.
Is he?
A lot quicker.
So Jofty's just coming around the final bend?
Yeah.
Jofty puts in.
1:17.4.
So he's not too quick, he's just 2/10 quicker.
2/10 is a lot around this track though.
Well, yeah, yeah.
In terms of lap time, it's about as quick as Monaco.
Quite hard to find.
Really quick. Yeah.
If you're not wrong.
Especially in the wet, if you hook a lap up nicely, then it is difficult to find 2/10.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Jofta and Total Peas of a break. Oh, as Jofta has a little bit of a wobble on the curb, nicely handled. Jofta using the curbs a little bit more than the others from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, I've noticed myself.
He does use a bit more than everyone else.
Liking them curbs very much, and I think that's going to bite him soon.
I think I trust his ability. I think he's definitely more than capable of using the curbs.
All you've got to do though is touch that curb just in one wrong motion, and that's it. The car's facing the other way.
If you put too much steering input on a curb, that's it. You're gone.
Too much acceleration.
Jofta coming across the line again now, and it's a 1:17.3. So we're getting a bit quicker now. I think Jofta's got a hefty fuel load on him. Can't quite see any fuel info on his steering wheel. Looks like he's got about 1.3 laps, but I can't see that for sure. Or maybe 1.6. Either way, Jofta's got a fair bit of fuel on it. He's probably on an in-lap now, if I'm completely honest. Yeah, it's the second off his set one, he's on an in-lap now. As I've just noticed, Chaz has gone P2 for 1:17.5. The reserve driver starting where he left off in Q1. Total P's on a 1:17.6 with Sloth on a 1:17.8. The first 3 drivers in a 17.8. With the Jaguar of Anden and the Gulf of Crazy Bill also.
Hello Kitty's losing it, and I think it's Ramsey.
Yeah, Ramsel has lost his front wing.
Yeah, his front wing's gone.
Just waiting for the reserve of, I think that's Death Dragon going. No, that's it was Chaz going through there. He's going to have DJ Death Dragon coming up behind him though, so we'll want to stay out of the way. Let's see if he does that. I'm going to follow on board with DJ Death Dragon now and see if Ramsel does indeed get out of the way. And yeah, he's miles off the racing line there. He's nowhere near. But at the moment, it definitely looks like Jofta's to lose.
Yeah.
And Ramsel looks like he's just stuck on track now, he's just stopped.
He's got 2 cars, he's got the Gulfs coming up behind him.
Yeah, he had space, to be fair, between those 2 Gulfs. He could have probably got through, but yeah, at the moment it's definitely like in a Hello Kitty pole position, I'll tell you that much. It's going to be interesting to see who can beat him, as we've got a yellow flag. Looks like a Jaguar's lost its front wing, or just going slowly.
We've got Crazy Bill coming around the last corner. How do you want to take us through his last?
Ramsel stopped again. Yeah, I'll take us on board with Crazy Bill. Let's see what he can do as he goes into turn 1 now. Hard on the brakes, and just make sure not to clip that inside curb, otherwise you will spin. Doesn't elect to use the curb on the exit as he goes into turn 2 and 3. Now it's a banked turn 4. Very nice out in out in line, which is a bit different to normal corners. Normally go out in out. Through the S section, still one of my favourite pieces of tarmac. Very cautious through here. Obviously not wanting to use the curves too much because the sleeping policeman style curves will spin you quite easily, and the flatter curves will as well if you're not careful. As he comes through turn 10, I think now. Onto the second DRS straight. Obviously we've not got DRS at the moment, but it is getting a lot drier. See what he can do. He's not quite as quick as Jofta at the moment. He's not quite as quick from what I could see.
Got the purple sector 2.
Not the purple, but I don't think his overall lap time's not as quick as Jofta at the moment. I don't think.
No, I think Jofta is the fastest man on track at the moment.
I think he's going to be around 7th.
Oh, when he hits the wall.
He hits the wall, but he keeps footing. And it goes P5, so a bit better than I was thinking. And we've got yellow flags left, right, and centre. We've got a Gulf going slowly in sector. Well, it's Mazepin who's going slowly. Looks like he's possibly had a tangle. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, he's just taking his time back to the pits by the lots of things. He's in not got a lot of fuel left, about 0.9 of a lap.
And dead on a flying lap now as well.
And on a lap, let's see what he can do.
He's just about to come through the chicane now.
It looks like he had a bit of a tank wobbler through turn 10.
Yeah, he's got a nice purple sector 2 though. Takes the chicane quite nice.
Again, I think his overall lap's a bit down on Jofta. I think we're going to be looking at another P.
He's got a nice exit though.
Yeah, I think we're definitely looking at another P5 possibly. As Baz has retired from the session.
And he goes quite close to the wall again. Nice straight line exit.
Yeah, and 1:17.4. P5.
He can't quicker.
Yeah, he's gone 2 seconds quicker, but yeah, P5. So that seems to be everyone's new favourite position, P5. We've had Shazza retire in the pit lane, as well as Mazepin.
Yeah,
we've
quite good with all these predictions, Casey, I can say that.
It looks like the rain stopped.
Yes, the rain
has stopped. And we're getting people retiring left, right and centre now, so we're not going to be running much longer. We're getting towards the end of the session now anyway. 40 seconds left. Total Peter's retired, he knows he's safe. All shut down, there's only a lap. The track is only going to get quicker. I think we are nearing slick conditions now.
Yeah, hard maybe.
Nah, you'll want your softest compound because they'll warm up quicker.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah.
So you'll want to be on softs if you do go out because they'll warm up much quicker than the mediums and hards. Plus, I think with the tyre allocations on this game, you can only use softs or mediums. Looks like I've had a comment come in, let's see. Hey, we've got Housie in the chat. What's up, Housie? Yeah, not so bad. You've missed an entertaining qualifying, I'll tell you that much. We're just coming to the end of Q2 now, and as all shot down, loses it in turn 12. Just about managed to keep it out of a wall, loses an end plate, but it could have been a lot worse there, as he's going to let the Hello Kitty through of Ramsel now. No, he's just going to go slowly. I think he knows he's are going to be all shot down because he's not going to be able to finish this lap and improve. Mazepin, Chewy Racing in the Gulf, and PWSTN, who does have a 5-place grid penalty.
So that will ultimately put him 19th on the grid.
Yeah, so PWSTN is going to be last on the grid.
Yeah.
Apparently Housy's sat on a beach with the kids. Oh, what I'd give to be sat on a beach right now. But yeah, so this is the end of the session. There's nothing else to happen. We have our top 10, and it looks like it's going to be a dry Q3.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I think we could see. Whee! Well, I just stood on a brush. That went well. Oh, that's not set how I wanted it to.
So it'll take us through the Q2 results, then, shall I?
Yeah, you take us through the Q2 results when they pop up. I'm just sorting my window out. I've got a bit of trim from my car.
Droft putting in yet again fastest time with 1:17.3, followed by Infamous Pillars in second, Jazza third, Total P's fourth, and then fifth. Sixth is Crazy Bill, seventh is XSX, eighth is I Am Sloth, 9th Ramsel, and 10th is Death Dragon. Then with eliminations at 11 are All Shot Down, 12th Mazepin, 13th Chewy Racing, and 14th PWS. However, he has got the 5 grid penalty, which will ultimately put him last.
Yeah, it will unfortunately ultimately put him last on the grid. But let's see what he can do. I know he's not got terrible race pace. I'm sure he could pull some places back. Obviously, he's got some pace if he's made it into Q2. And I am just having issues left, right, and centre with this bed today.
So we've got a dry Q3 with no rain at all.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be bone. It is bone dry, so we're going to see some very quick laps at the end here.
We're going to see some 107s.
I don't think the track will evolve that much, but you never know.
I reckon we'll see a 107, mate. I really do.
I reckon we'll see a little 108. I doubt we'll see a 107. But you never know. That's the end of the session. If we do see one, it'll be right at the end of the session.
Yeah, it will be towards the end. And we've got Total P's coming out the pits.
Yeah.
Now. And Crazy Bill. And Infamous Pillars and the 2 Gulfs.
Yeah, 2 Gulfs coming out as well. We've got Andon, who's already on for softs.
So, what is your prediction, Casey, for Q3? Who are your top 3?
My top 3. Top 3, Total Peace, Drofter, and Chazza. Go with the reserve.
Fair, I was going to say the exact same.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely seen the class of the field so far. Total Peas and Drofter do seem to be one step ahead of everybody else, but Chazza does seem to be the best of the rest. I do think this title race is going to be between Drofter and Chazza. If I'm completely honest, I'll pull up the standings quickly while waiting for lap time. Let's have a look. 4MULA4 drivers. Yeah, as of round 2, Drofter and Total P's are separated by 4 points in the championship. Drofter leading.
And then coming over straight now for the first lap of Q3.
Yeah, first lap of Q3, and it's going to be a quick one. I reckon a 109.
Comes round the first corner nice, uses the exit well, doesn't touch the curb. And then he comes round into turn 3. Nice exit out of there. Brilliant exit.
Yeah, and once again, I keep saying it, beautiful piece of track this one.
Yeah.
Very fast and flowing.
Sticks nice to the right hander down the fast hand. Comes round the corner. Uses all the entry there. Yeah. Brilliant exit.
Keeping away from those raised curves because they will spin you.
They will.
First session with DRS as well, as Crazy Bills was retired.
Yeah.
That section I was praising for being nice and flat out has claimed its first victim. Let's see if I can see him on board with Total P's. Yeah, he's just lost it completely. And
Crazy Bills loses it, and Crazy Bills is out of the session, coming round the lap.
Wow.
Andon.
And I did not see that coming.
I was watching him all along.
Yeah.
He's come round that final corner and it's just absolutely obliterated the the rear wing.
Alright, with first set lap is a 109.4. So
yeah.
alright, we're saying a 109. As it looks like we've got Death Dragon coming across the line now on a 110.6. After that, the next car on track to set a lap is going to be Total P's, but he has no front wing.
That means Droft is following up behind Total P's.
Yeah, Droft will be the next person to set a lap.
Yeah, coming on the last corner, uses it nice, keeps the car on, just coming over the line now. The RS is enabled and puts it in.
Oh, my internet quality. Apparently, internet is not brilliant.
Ramsel comes around the last corner. I think he's going to pit. No, he's not. He's going to come over the line and he puts in a slower lap. I haven't even enabled him.
If the stream does drop out, I do apologise, but it's my internet's having a bit of a fit at the moment, so
Total P's is coming over the line now. If you want to take us through his lap, Casey.
Oh, 100% yes. So down to tail one, braking nice and hard at around just after the 100 metre board. You can brake really late at this track. I love it. Going through turn 2 now. Oh, just clips that curb. You do not want to do that too often because it will catch you out. We have a yellow flag in set to 3. Well, set to 2, sorry. But back on with Total P's. Let's see if we can avoid doing what 2 people have already done in this session. Just avoids the curb altogether. That's a very nice middle set so far from Total P's. As comes through turn 9 now into turn 10. Avoid the curb on the left. You do not want to hit that. That will destroy you. Activates DRS. Down the DRS straight into turn 11. Currently going quick. Purple in set to 2 apparently. I don't know if he's going to be as quick as Pillars are. Let's see what he can do. Turn 13 now, and then through the bank to turn 14. Let's see if we can keep it in a straight line. Just about activates DRS, and it's going to be a 1:09.1. 3 tenths quicker for Pillars.
So the Total P's is on provisional pole at the moment, and I think he might pit now. Fresh set of tyres maybe.
Yeah.
And I think he might just have one more go at it. That's a very, very quick lap though from Total P's.
That is a very, very quick lap. And that lap has... Yeah, that lap's made sure 100% that our prediction is not going to come true. It's Total P's goes very wide as he gets out of the way of one of the reserve drivers. And also gets out of the way of the second as well.
So we've got Chazza now.
Let's have a look at what the...
Just into the DRS now, second DRS zone. Coming up to the chicane. Gets a purple sector 2, he brakes nice and late at that chicane, which is great because you can brake late at this track at pretty much most corners.
It's
great for the aggressive drivers.
On par with Total P's coming into this final corner.
Yes, I think he is on par with Total P's, and he activates DRS nice and early, keeps the car in a straight line out of the exit, and he goes at 193 P2.
Oh, if it wasn't for Drofter, if it wasn't for Drofter, our prediction would be spot on. But yeah, as it stands, Total P's on pole position by 2 tenths from Chazza, doing a very good job for the reserve team, and Pillars in P3 for Gulf. We've got Drofter in P4 and Sloth in P5, XX in P6, Ramsel in P7, and Death Dragon in P8. The last car to set a lap. It's crazy built and Anden not setting a lap at all.
So unfortunate for them drivers. Out of the session a bit early on.
Yeah, thanks for letting me know, Howsy, that the stream is still up. That's good to know. I'm just glad that my internet connection is holding up for now.
Very surprised, Casey.
Yeah, I know my internet is not famed for its reliability. Let's be honest.
I'm on Talk Internet, mate. It's got to be better than that.
Oh well, I'm Virgin, so make of that what you will.
Oh, you're on Virgin, yeah, okay. That is terrible.
Does it make sense now?
Very much.
I used to be on Talk. I used to be on Talk actually, but anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get back to the racing action, shall we? Only car.
We're going to see one car coming out now, and I think it's the Hello Kitty. No, it's the monster of Total P, is it?
No, it's XX.
Oh, XS, sorry.
Yeah. Total P's is in the Jaguar.
Jaguar. I'm still getting so confused.
Don't worry, mate.
Only my second race.
I don't think I've talked you through. I talked you through the point system, didn't I?
Yeah, you told me that on the last race at Baku.
Yeah. And don't forget there is 4 points. I think up for. Is it 4 points?
3 points. What's it?
Let me pull the point system up again, shall I? 2 points, sorry. 2 points for pole position. I'm getting ahead of myself a bit there. That will help Total P's a lot. Because that'll bring into within in fact 2 points.
Come out.
If Total P stays on pole, he'll be within 2 points of Drofter in the championship going into the race.
Yeah.
Which basically means he wants to win. If he wins, he goes in the lead.
Well, okay, you see, XS is just coming through the final sector now. I don't know if you want to talk us through his
I think what we'll do. I think I'll just. I've had a habit of cursing drivers sometimes, so I'm just going to let this one run itself out while we talk about the track, shall we? So I think we've already established 14 corners, 2 DRS straights. Standard.
And I think we've all established that we do not want to touch the curbs around this track either, because they will just spit you out.
Yeah, I think that's been established quite quickly that you do not want to touch the curbs anywhere. Actually, looking at the penalty point, let me have a look at the penalty point system. Actually,
this track is also very hard to keep the back of the car straight and make sure it's staying on track, because the rear end is just so all over the place because of the pace of the corners. It's such a good track for late braking and the aggressive drivers as well. That's the other good thing.
License points at the moment. So in the UK League, in the European League, we've been very clean indeed, with the exception of Glock, who has been a bit interesting.
Now he's just coming around the last corner, activates the RS, keeps his car in a nice straight line, and what's he going to put in? 1095 P5.
Yeah, that's not quite enough to beat Drofter. But yeah, looking at the
pillars, he puts in a quickie sector 2, sorry.
Ooh, let's have a look and see what he can do on this final lap.
And he's coming around the final corners now. It takes that corner nice, great exit. Keeps the car tight to the inside. Activates the RS early and gets it in a nice straight line. Can he take pole? Yes, he can. 1-9. So can Total P's return anything?
Yeah, let's see what Total P's can do. You keep an eye on Chazza, I'll keep an eye on Total P's, and let's see what we can do. As one of the reserves gets out of the way of Total P's. Total P's is up on his time, but not as quick as Pillars.
Chazza is up on his down on his time actually.
But yeah, looking at the penalty points that we've got for the European side of this,
Total P's is coming as invalidated. Total P's is invalidated.
He's gone.
So
yeah, he's just aborted.
Can Chazza do anything? Activate the RS early, straight line. He puts on a 109.2 and stays third.
That is, yeah.
That is one crazy top 3 anyway. We did not predict that.
Well, we got 2 of them, mate. It just dropped
we got 2.
But
you've let us down, mate.
Yeah, don't worry, Halsey, I know it's a 2-point pole position. But yeah, looking at penalty points, so what people have got so far, we've got Bannister on 1, we've got Ramsel on 1, and we've got Glock on 6. Now when you get 5, that's a 5-second time penalty. And if you don't finish your last race, it gets added to your next race. So, if I'm reading this right, I think Glock has a 5-second penalty automatically added to the end of his race time. So already Glock at a disadvantage, and obviously not qualifying well. That is not going to do him much good either. But right, let's go from the bottom. So P10 we've got Andon, P9 we've got Crazy Bill, both crashing out and not setting a lap. DJ Death Dragon in P8, Ramsel in P7, Sloth in P6, XX in P5, Drofter also crashing out but staying in P4. Third place we've got Chazza. Second place we've got Total Peace, who's also second place in Championship. And second pole, right at the end of session, we have Infamous Pillars on 190. He is going to be the man to beat going into the race.
What's an interesting race, Casey? Can you predict how many safety cars there's going to be?
No, I can't quite do an extremist, but I'll go with 3.
I'm going to go with 4.
So let's see. We are including virtual safety cars as well, just to be completely clear. We're going to include VSCs in that as well. But yeah, so just getting ready, waiting for the cars to ready up so we can go on the formation lap. What time are we on at the moment? We're at 5 to 9. So racing should be going before 9 o'clock. Right, get rid of the formation lap now. We've got 1 second, and we're ready. So we have Infamous Pillars leading. I'm going to get the championship standings up so I can go through where they are in the build up to this race. So starting off with Infamous Pillars. Where are we? So Infamous Pillars at the end of the first 2 rounds is currently sat in P8 on 18 points. He'll be looking for a good weekend today or good race today to get himself further up the table. Total P's in P2, only 4 points behind our points leader Drofter. Definitely looking for a win to get himself closer to that. We've got Chazza in P3. He is a reserve, has not yet scored points. P4 we've got Drofter. He is our points leader by 4 points. He's on 45. Total P is on 41. And it's going to be interesting to see what he can do. XX is in P7 in the championship on 21 points. Just 1 point ahead of Infamous Pillars with those 2 points for pole position. Sloth is in P3 on 36, so he's only 9 points behind the top of the table. Ramsel is in P19, not scored a point yet. DJ Death Dragon is a reserve, but he has scored points. No, he's not in the table, obviously because he's a reserve. We've got Crazy Bill, who is 18th, not scored points yet. Andon, who is in P9 for Jaguar on 16 points. He's 4 points behind Infamous Pillars going into this race. All Shot Down is currently on 8 for Monster Energy, and Mazespin is on 9. We've got Chewy Racing, who is somewhere, P6 on 26 points. We've got Glock, who's on -5 after some interesting antics. Sean, who's on 0 points, yet to score. He'll be hoping for a good race. He's crashed out of the last 2. We've got Extremist. He's had a good race in Baku, not a brilliant race in France, but did still score points. He's P5. Callum is P10 on 11 points for Rockstar as well. Willem is a reserve, he's not counted, and PDSTN is in P12 on 10 points. As we get ready to go green, it's 5 red lights, and it is go, go, go for round 3 of the Formula 4 Championship. Pillars gets a decent start, Peas gets a terrible start and is already falling quite far behind. We've got Chasm in P3 getting attacked by Drofter at the moment. For some reason my time tower is showing as Chewy Racing leading the race, but I highly doubt that. We've got XX in P4, Sloth in P5 and Added in P6. They are going toe through this section. We've got Allshot down in P9, Ramsel in P10, Crazy Boy in P11, DJ Death Driver in P12, Massive in P13. Let me get my telemetry sorted just so I can actually see the position change. The best start so far is by Anden. Anden up 3 places at the moment, Allshot down, also up by 3 places. Let's see what they're doing in this midfield fight, as Anden getting very racy with I Am Sloth.
William has made 4 places just to butt in.
Yeah, William's made 4 places, yeah. Very good race from the, good start should I say, from the reserve. Chewy, the big loser, has gone down 6 places. Willem now 5 as Mazepin's getting absolutely swamped at turn 12. There's a bit of contact with Extremist and the Rockstar.
Predicted pit strategy today is 1 stop maybe?
I'd say definitely a 1 stop. I say definitely a 1 stop, it depends on what you're going to do. If you're going to be a tyre away, you could possibly get the medium to the point where you could do a 1 stop, but I think realistically it's going to be a 2.
Yeah.
For the people that are starting on mediums, definitely. Let's have a look what tyres people are on at the minute. 3 of the top 5 on hards.
Quite a mixture of tyres on the grid.
Yeah, you can see 3 people have gone for the softs, they're definitely going for a 2 stop, I think. Let me go back to...
Extremist as being one of them, being the softs.
Yeah, I've just got that as well.
I think Chewy Racing maybe has took damage in that first lap because he's just come out of the pit lane.
Yeah, Chewy's had a absolutely shocking first lap by the looks of things. As we've got...
Oh, and Extremist has gone. There's been a crash between
Extremist and Ramsel.
And Extreme.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see what's happened there. That is not gone well
There's
for
always
the...
a collision with Extremist, let's say that.
Yeah,
Extremist has come worse off.
Mate, I can't say anything about that. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Ramsel has managed to get past. Ramsel does not look to have much damage, whereas Extremist is missing a front wing. Pillar's still going for the lead, but he's only 6 tenths ahead of
and I Am Sloth has lost it on the home straight. Sorry. He's lost it on the home straight.
That's easy to do coming out the final corner as Callum Tyler in the Rockstar goes past him. Hards don't seem to be working very well at the moment.
No, they don't at all. I mean, I Am Sloth has lost quite a few places there.
Yeah, Sloth has lost a lot.
He's lost 10 places there, just so has Ramsel. He's lost 10 places as well.
Yeah, sitting back at the front now, Infamous Pillar's still got a gap of 6 tenths total P's behind him. Then, a bit further back, we have Chaz, who's 2.5 tenths nearly down on P2. Let me change that interval to gap to leader. So, Jazzo at the moment 3 seconds off the lead. Partly Drofter is 1 minute and 10 in the lead. I don't think that's quite right. Anden is currently P5, further, well, he's 4 seconds off the lead. Boz is saying, come on Pillars, bring on the gods for golf racing. At the moment he's doing it.
Yeah, he's got quite a good
he's got good pace.
He's
just got a measure of total pace at the moment, I think. But they are keeping each other honest.
They're both on the medium compound tyres as well, so...
Yeah, so it's fairly even between the two at the moment.
Are they running? We just don't know what the setup is.
Yeah, I reckon everyone will have gone for a dry setup and just maybe nudged for front wing up a couple of notches for qualifying. But yeah, Chazelle holding his own in P3 at the moment, but he does have a Jaguar of Anden, who's up 6 places from the start.
Draft is right on Anden's back as well. That's the...
Yeah, will be looking to make up places, dropping from P5 or P4, sorry. Bit further down, William Shaw has had a brilliant start.
We've got PWSN, Death Dragon, Callum Tyler, and Sloth all 5 for P13. It's just a DRS train.
It's a shame this DRS straight isn't longer, otherwise we'd all close up. As Callum Tyler goes very deep into turn 11. Yeah. And Total Peas is going quicker now. Total Peas is closing in now on Pillars. Gaps down from 7 tenths to 4. And we'll join that shortly as we've got Spinner. Mazepin's out. Mazepin is out.
Mazepin.
And safety car. We have our first safety car. And Sloth, what were you doing there, my friend?
Yeah, he went for the pit stop then and then dived out, so...
Yeah, and Ramsel pits. Ramsel is the first to blink. This is going to help Chewy and Extremist, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Bozza, you jinxed it. Honestly, Bozza, pretty much just before Mazepin crashed, Bozza, still 20 cars going around after 4 laps in the Australian race. We had 13 cars. Well, unfortunately, we've only got we did have 19 to start with, but we've got 18 now. That's gone well indeed. That's aged like fine wine, that one.
Well, that's the first safety car. Hopefully, of another 3.
Yeah, I'm only hoping for another 2. We should put money on this one day. But yeah, so Everest Pillars is leading. I don't think we'll see anyone pit on who's on the mediums or hards. But if we do, it's more chance of someone on the mediums.
Oh, and they pit.
No, he's trying to feint him, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just going to pit. If you're going to pit, be people on softs. Let's see, is anyone still on softs? No, nobody's on softs, so I don't think we're going to see anyone pit. Everyone's going to bunch up fairly quickly, I think. Now the Pillars has finally caught up to the safety car. And yeah, let's just see what happens. Fairly quiet period.
Sloth in the pit as well as Death Dragon. I mean, they will go for any softs compound though.
At least, unlike Baku, at least we've had more than a lap of racing action before safety car.
Yeah. That was I don't know how to put that.
I think we had 3 corners before safety car at Baku. But yes, so race rundown at the moment. We've got Everest Pillars in P1, leading from the start. Was starting to pull a gap a little bit to total P's before the safety car. Total P's in P2, Chazza in P3, doing very well for the reserve team. Anden up 6 places from 10th on the grid, starts P4, well, is currently P4, sorry. We've got Jofta in P5, dropping down a position, losing out to Anden, as has XX. Crazy Bill is currently in P7, moved up a couple of places. All shot down, and Glock also improving. The biggest improver is by far Willem Shaw in the reserve car, currently up in P10, improved 8 places. Sean going well, he's not crashed out yet, so that's good. He's not finished the race yet, I don't believe. We've got the third Jaguar of PWSTN. He did start P19 after a stupid collision with his teammate, and I think it was actually Glock who he got the penalty, or no, all shot down, sorry, he got the penalty for hitting. Callum Tyler has moved up 4, he's not had a bad start either. And then we get to the disappointing section. Sloth losing 8 places, he's had a shocking start, as has Death Dragon and Ramsel. Ramsel had a very good qualifying but just couldn't keep it together. Extremist in P17's only lost 1 place, so not as bad as people around him. And Shuey got unfortunate having to pit at the end of lap 1, and obviously Mazepin causing the safety car. So I think we'll see it in this lap, because the Gulf is just coming through turns 7? I think that's turn 7, yeah.
7, yeah, 8 now.
Yeah, so I think we should see it coming this lap.
Hopefully. Cool. Yeah, safety car is in this lap.
Yeah, safety car
in this lap. Are you going to take us through the restart?
I can do if you want me to. Let me just put my controller in so it don't die on me. So yeah, Pillars is starting to bunch it up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see him weaving now. He's just getting some heat into those tyres. Going to be a bit easier to warm those up than it was with the hards. I'll be interested to see where he goes. Is he going to keep it up until the line, or is he going to blast it? He's gone.
Let's go.
He's gone. That's a very good start from Pillars, as Total Peace has been left for dead and has Chazza up his chuff.
William at the back of the grid has actually got no front wing, so he's
he was on hards, and I was saying hards are a lot more difficult to warm up for the mediums, and he's obviously his must have been stone cold, because you don't get that kind of damage unless you span, and when you spin behind the safety car it's only because your tyres are too cold. So disappointment.
The Infamous Pillars and Total P's is going to be a very interesting 1-2 race.
Yeah, and at the moment, I think using the point system, 19, 18, 17, 16. Drofter will still be in the lead, but only by a point at the end of his race. So, yeah, I think Drofter will have a...
Oh, and I think it's Callum Tyler who's lost it, yeah, it is.
Yeah, Callum Tyler's gone. He's kept it rolling, but yeah, he's got wind damage. So I think he'll be coming into the pitch shortly as well. So seeing mistakes creep in already. I think we predicted this. I think people must have been touching those curbs we were talking about. But yeah, at the moment, Infamous Pillars and Total P's are a league of their own at the moment. 7 attempts separating the two. A bit further back, we've got Chazza defending from Andon and Drofter. Andon seeming very racing the Jaguar. Drofter wanted to recover from that crash in qualifying that left him P4. Obviously he's dropped down a place which isn't ideal, as we've got Ramsel. Ramsel's gone round, and that is not ideal for the Hello Kitty car. Looks like he's kept it out of the barriers, so doesn't have any damage from what we can see. But yeah, if it's gone from bad to worse for Ramsel. He had a decent qualifying, but it's just not working for him in the race.
No, he's just not had the luck in this race at all.
No. But anyway, it's business as usual up front, as Pillars is not doing as well with his ERS as Total P's. Total P's just staying within a second of him, so he'll hopefully have DRS at the end of this. Well, I think it's end of this lap it starts, doesn't it? But it won't be on the first straight, it'll be on the second straight if it'll get it. And the second straight's too short to use it anyway, I don't know why we have it, if I'm completely honest. But I think, let's have a look at what the closest battle on track at the moment is.
He's still got the same amount of ERS saved up anyway.
Yeah, closest battle on track at the minute is Extremist and PDST, and I'm going to watch this closely.
Tyler's lost it again.
Yeah, Callum had a similar issue in France. France, it were wet.
And a little
Extremist and PDST and such, and I think we're sure as Matt wants to have a cheeky look at that one. That was not...
I think Extreme, he squeezed him a little bit.
I think he squeezed him a bit more than he needed to. But yeah, that's what I was saying about Callum Tyler. We saw this in France when we had a wet qualifying on a dry race. He just couldn't keep it together. I don't know whether it's just because of a lack of running on dry tyres or just confidence, but...
oh, and the Crazy Bills has spun it.
Crazy Bills has gone as well. So it's...
proving to be a very difficult track anyway, like we predicted.
Definitely be a difficult track. I'm so glad we've got as many runners as we have.
Yeah, and I'm surprised there's only been one safety car.
Don't jinx it.
Got
I know you want to, but don't.
I know, we've got Sloth and Sean, that's a close battle at the moment. Sloth running the mediums and Sean's running the hards.
Let's have a look.
I'm trying to stick with that a minute.
Sloth, Spencer,
Sloth's coming right up the back end of him now.
Yeah, Sloth's right up for you.
He's within DRS range in the slipstream, he should get the move done by the end of the...
Yeah, that's easy for Sloth.
That's a great overtake.
To be fair, they both had DRS, that's not as easy as we thought it was. As we have that is the Rockstar of Callum Tyler coming out for pits, and he's already a lap down, bless him. It's not going well for the Rockstar driver at all.
So we've still got Total P's as closing in on Infamous Pillars now. For the,
yeah, as soon as he got DRS, we saw that before the safety car. He did start closing in on Infamous Pillars. Let's see if he actually gets a chance for an overtake before the next one. But yeah, Boz has just commented. I think the Australian race had 3 or 4 safety cars, so it does seem to be a standard for this track, and our predictions might not be far off. But yeah, I think we're going to see a move for the lead here. So I'm going to stay on board with Total P's as we run down to turn 1. It might be a bit too...
it's going to be close enough.
Yeah, in hindsight, yeah, it's not quite close enough, but... does close in again. Just needs to keep it clear as Sloth is right behind all shot now. Is he going to go for the move into turn 1? No, he thinks against it. As they are currently behind the lap car of Callum Tyler.
Extreme, he says, moved on a place from 13th, chasing down. Oh, there's a spun car.
It's Callum Tyler again. It's just not. It's not going well for him at all. It's a shame, really. Because I know he's a quick driver.
Is he?
He's a good driver, yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's the same thing as happening in France. He must have changed something in his setup for the wet, and then just not been able to change it back. It's just something in his setup clearly isn't working. Because in Baku, I think he was fine, from what I remember. But yeah, it's just not going well.
Quite a race between All Shot Down, Sean, and Death Dragon. If you want to keep an eye on that, that's quite a good battle.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it a little bit. They've fallen away from Sloth a little bit now, but yeah, Sean and Death Dragon's right behind Sean. That's going to be an overtake.
It's got to be an overtake.
Yeah, and squeezing each other on a straight, but he goes through into turn 1 and gets the move done. Very nice. Ooh, that's this is going to be closer to turns 2 and 3.
Oh, and
I like that section because you can go so close together. But yeah, we thought it had been done, but no, not quite, as Chazza and Anden swap places. So Anden's managed to get through on a quick section of track, and it's a Jaguar's second and third at the moment. This is going to do a world of good for the Constructors. I'll have a quick look and see where we're at the moment in the Constructors Championship. So, after round 2 in France, Constructors Championship.
Oh, and Williams lost it. He's out of the race, and is that going to bring it a safety car? I'm pretty sure it should do because it's on the racing line.
Looking at the track map, it doesn't quite look like racing line, but you never know.
No, okay.
Yeah, the car's been cleared, so that's not going to be a safety car, unfortunately for you. But yeah, at the moment, Jaguar are 4 points behind Racing, Rockstar Racing.
Yeah,
it's Callum again. It's Callum again. It's so frustrating because I do think he's a good driver.
I just don't think this track's for him.
On his day, he's quick. But it's just, like I say, same with France, it just wasn't his race. But yeah, PWS10 doesn't look like he's having the best race in the world either, but at least he's on the lead lap.
Total P's just can't get within 4/10 of Miss Pillars, if I'm honest. I mean, I've kept an eye on that.
It's for DRS race, just don't see him long enough. He has a lot more ARS though.
Yeah, but he has got a lot more ARS.
Really, he should use his ERS from here. Yeah, like he is doing, just straight away on it. He's a lot closer this time. A lot closer.
He's just not close enough though, I don't think.
If he can stay this close onto the next DRS straight, he might get him. The issue is this middle section's so difficult, and we have a spin. It's DJ Death Dragon. Death Dragon has spun. I don't think he's got wing damage, but yeah, that is not ideal.
He is 2/10 behind.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to follow. I'm going to stay on board and see if we can. Yeah, this is where you lose your time following people because you just can't stay that close. That's the only issue you got. Just going to double check the volume again.
He's back up. Yeah, he's got a lot more ERS. I mean, Total P's has got 80%, and
Pillars is not managing that well at the moment. But I tell you what, Anden's pulled away a little bit from Chatsworth, but not as much as I thought he would for the Jaguar driver. But yeah, look, see, he's back up by about 5/10, but he is a lot closer. I think this might be a challenge for the lead here. As he goes down to turn 1, he goes for it. And side by side, and Total Peace takes the lead, and at the moment it will be leading the championship. That is the de facto championship lead at the moment for Total Peace, if he can keep it together. He needs Drofter to finish P3 or less. No.
Well, Drofty's gaining on Chazza at the moment. I'm just watching that battle at the moment.
If Drofter, if it stays like this, if Total Peace stays in the lead, if Drofter finishes P4 or lower, Total Peace will lead the championship.
Well, Drofty is right up behind Chazza at the moment.
Yeah, I can't see it being long before Chazza gets overtaken, if I'm completely honest. Thing is though, they're staying quite close to Anden. That's the thing,
Yeah,
Anden's
Anden
not pulled
isn't
away that
really
much.
getting. Yeah, he's not really getting that far away, Anden.
We have one, oh, and Extremist has overtaken Sean. Sean's made a big mistake there. It's turn 9 by the looks of things. A Hello Kitty just not working for him at this point.
Extreme is chasing all shot down.
Boz has just said, smart for pillars, play the long game and make the strategy work. That's a good point. You don't want to waste your tyres trying to defend from someone. If you let him pass, you can just stay close enough to him and not work your tyres as much. Yeah, exactly. So he's not using his tyres too much. He's going to be, yeah, just play the long game. Don't wear your tyres out so much. But yeah. So sometimes I stutter, and when I do, have you ever watched what's it called? Have you ever watched Open All Hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Arkwright sometimes when I stutter. It's terrible. Well. Right, so let's have another.
Staying within the DRS range.
PWS 10 and Jaguars pitted again. I think Callum looks like he's back on a lead lap. I mean, I doubt it. Well, got to lead it. No, he is lap down. It's just his car wasn't ghosted, but that's because he's not near anybody. So apart from...
Closest battle on track at the moment is Sloth and Access.
As you say, that Pillars is within 4/10 of total P's. I think the strategy thing isn't going to work. Sean's made another mistake, I think. Oh, no, it's just a DRS.
Sean's
just a... Ooh, and it just clips the rear wheel of Crazy Bill's a little bit there.
Oh, and Anden's gone.
Anden's gone. Is out of the race. And the Jaguar has been... see...
Safety car, safety car, safety car.
I've been told to invite Drofter. And I can't because my internet's been a dick.
Language, PG.
Anyone who hasn't slip up, let me try and invite him again. I can't invite. If you can you invite Drofter?
Drofty, how do I do that?
I've been told to invite Drofter. Just press start, invite friends. If you've got him as a friend.
I haven't.
Just search for him and Drofter. It's Drofter and then a capital S on end.
How do you spell it? D-R...
D-R-O-F-T-A-H. Then capital S.
D-R-O-F.
Yeah, T-A-H. D-R-O-F-T-A-H. It's T-A-H.
Just Drofty.
Drofter.
No numbers.
It's... Yeah, so D-R-O-F-T-A-H.
Wait, I'm just gonna have to come back and look at this.
Yeah, let's look at that.
Right, Drofter, and then is it an S? Capital S?
It's a capital S, yeah. So, we're on safety car number 2. Part of Drofter said he can't rejoin as he was host. Yeah, just if you can drop him an invite and just see if we'll see if we can.
Just try and invite him.
Yeah, I would invite him, but when I went to go and click invite friends, it said an error had occurred. So
I've just invited him.
Right, so there should be an invite going to Drofter now.
Is he out of the race at the moment?
No, he's still in the race. It's just he's lagged out by the looks of things. Let's have a look at tyres. We've got Softs for Death Dragon and Callum Tyler. Softs is definitely going to be a stretch to the end of the race from here. We should definitely see some people pit now. I'd have thought. Yeah, we've got one. We've got one of the Gulfs coming into the pits. Pillars.
Nobody else.
So far, the only driver to blink. To be fair, Total P's is going to be going for a long time because he is on the hard, and these safety cars are only going to help him. Right, no worries, Bozza. Enjoy work. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a lonely race, I think, at the minute. It's a shame I can't invite Jofta because my game's been...
I did invite him.
Yeah. It might be a case he can't join. I'm not sure. It's
He was ghosted on the game.
Yeah, like I said, I can't invite him because my game's been a bitch.
I'll try it again.
Race directs. I'll try for this. Let's see if I can. I can't invite him. I can't invite him at all. But yeah, at the moment he can't join. That's unfortunate.
So it's not in this lap, it's going to be one more. Yeah, it's a shame at the moment, but Jofta's not able to rejoin. That is, right. I'm going to keep an eye on PWSTN for a little bit, see what he's up to. Jofta's saying he can't get in for some reason, and safety car is in this lap. I'm going to keep an eye on PWSTN for the time being after this restart. Let's see how Total Peace handles it. So everyone's weaving. Total P's will be wanting to make sure those hards are nice and toasty. He'll not want to spin. I think he's going to leave this till the last possible moment, if I'm completely honest. He'll probably wait till the finish line to go. Basically, shortest distance to start, and he's gone. He's gone, and Bozza and... not Bozza, Chazza. Christ. Bozza's our Prime Minister. As Glock goes up the inside of Chazza. Glock's a monster looking a lot different now in the purple and black compared to the green and black, and is trying to go round the outside of the back corner and is very nearly successful as Infamous Pillars is moving up. Oh, and Randall's gone off track.
Yeah, he has a little bit. I'm sticking to his front battle for now as Chazza is trying his hardest to get past Total P's. I'm clearly not paying much attention to this race because I didn't even clock on that everybody had pitted. Total P's just staying out ahead at the moment. The hard's not looking anywhere near as good as the mediums at this point in the race.
No, I mean Glock is built up and behind Chazza.
PWSTN is running quite alone in the race at the moment. I don't see him interfering with anybody. As we've got a freeway. Wow, we've got three people.
Was just pitted.
Yeah, should into pits as we've got Death Dragon up the inside of Ramsel. Not quite able to get past. Let's see if Drofter's back in yet. No, he is not.
He's got front wing damage. He's changed his front wing and he's put softs on.
Sauce is not. Is it going to be able to take Sauce again from here?
Gonna have to go steady.
It's this front three I'm really interested in because we've got Total P's in the lead, but only 8 temps between him and Glock. I'm definitely going to need a glass of water after this because my throat is dry.
I know. a lot of things taking in.
I know. But I'll tell you what, I won't give it up for all. I love commentating. Yeah, looks like Total Peas is just starting to pull away a little bit now. Just managed to break it a little bit. As he says, the fastest lap of the race, we've got Extremist right at the back. We've got PWSTN who's trying to close in on DJ Death Dragon, but I can't see him doing that at the moment with the reserve on soft tyres.
Because the people are moving around the outside on Chazza.
That's not going to happen there though, is it? Let's face it.
Oh no.
So we've got 2 safety cars so far. We only need 1 more before I'm right.
Oh no, we need 2 more.
We don't need 2 more. I don't think we'll get 2 more.
I need 2 more in 12 laps. No, I don't either.
I think it's going to be a struggle to get 1 more, I'm completely honest. Although, on average, and we've got a yellow in sector 2, is Callum. Is it Extreme? No, it's Callum Tyler again.
Yeah.
Surprise.
No surprise.
Yeah, watching Glock at the moment, he's in P3 and he's definitely looking for more racy of a bunch. As we've got Pillars all shot down, going side by side through turn 12. Pillars has got the move done now, and Crazy Bills is right behind him. And people are sitting for fastest laps left, right, centre. But Chazza has the fastest lap now. And we have.
And Death Dragon's lost it.
Oh, Death Dragon's lost it as well. We've got a 3-way fight for 7th by the look of it, as Crazy Bills is gone. Crazy Bills is.
Yeah, he's lost it. Oh, and he's only lost his wing.
He's lost his wing.
So we've got Infamous Pillars made a few moves back up already. He's going to 7th.
Yeah, it's not ideal at all for Crazy Bill. He's going to have to pit. That's not going to be good for him.
Sloth's chasing down XS quite rapidly as well.
Yeah, he is. Sloth is definitely rapid on these mediums at the moment.
So DRS is enabled now, so we've got Chazza and Glock who have got the DRS to obviously has it.
It's I don't know what to describe this race as. It's been a bit weird. Been a lot of mistakes where you wouldn't expect mistakes.
Drivers.
Yeah, it's been just sloppy driving. It's been weird, but hey, we'll come to that at the end of the race. Let's see what's happening in front.
3-horse train. This is crazy.
Yeah, this is going. I think this is going to the end.
Anyone's race.
I think this is going to the end, if I'm completely honest.
Glock's, Chaz's or Total Peasy's race. This is one of the 3 if they don't make an error.
And I think Glock's got the best seat in the house if one of these makes an error.
Yeah, Chaz has just put a fastest sector 1 in. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Rapidly gaining.
Yeah. Oh, and Total that's the error. That's the error. And Total Peasy's relinquished the lead to Chazza.
Yeah.
And Glock has just hit the rear end, and there's a spinner. It's Pillars.
Pillars has lost it.
Pillars has lost it. That is not good. But yeah, Glock just.
So just as I was saying,
yeah,
that if none of them make a mistake now, then it could be a.
I mean, let's face it, we're all still close, and I think Total Peas could probably get the move back on Chazza.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna have the DRS now, isn't he?
Yeah, that's it. That's moved on for the lead.
Yeah,
it goes through the hards. That's
at the inside. Plenty of racing.
Yeah, that's ballsy, though.
Wheel to wheel. And yeah, he got
nice and clean for total P's. He's got back into the lead, and let's see what he can do from here. Oh, and another mistake immediately.
Another mistake, sloppy driving yet again.
Another mistake immediately from the Jaguar driver.
Glock could be. Glock is going to try and make something out of the error, but he's just going to back off, and there's a yellow sector one now.
Yeah. I don't know whether or not I'm having slight internet issues, but I saw a lot of lag on total P's for a second. I think that could be me though.
Chaz has actually managed to get a little bit of a gap on total P's also.
Yeah, he's got to the magic number of half a second. He struggled to close in after that. In fact, he's pulling away even more now. This could be Chaz's to lose. And we've got another tussle a bit further down. We've got Sean all shot down and Chewy all fighting with Ramsel as well. We've got four-way fight here. As Sloth finally takes XX. And we've got all shot down going up the inside of Sean. Just keeping it clean. And this group is getting really close. We've got some really close groups of racing, as we've got Glock and Chaz. Whoa, Total is in the lead, and Glock and Chaz have swapped places as well. So I don't know whether or not Chaz has made a mistake there. I don't know whether you saw that or.
I didn't see that at all. I've actually just seen that myself. I thought, what's going to happen there?
I was too busy following that midfield fight. I mean, I saw these guys were close together. But yeah, Chaz has dropped back a lot now. He's lost touch.
Doesn't look like he's got front wing damage though.
He might not have wing damage. He might have a. I don't know. What simulation settings do we use on this? I can't remember. Might be a case it might have some unseen damage. But either way, at the moment it's only lost 3 people. So been a exciting and majority clean race. Not much more going on. We've got Glock, who's very close to total.
And that's Ramsel out. Ramsel is out.
Is this going to be safety car number 3?
It's going to be safety car number 3, is it?
I don't know. It's taking a while.
It is.
It's taking a long time. Yeah, it is on the racing line, definitely.
This has got to be a safety car number 3, surely.
I mean, you'd think, but it's not come out. Safety car's not come out, so as it stands, it's just a wave yellow. That's
very surprising. That's.
And this is going to help. And it's been cleared, so it's not going to help Total P's at all. As Sloth is now. Oh well, yeah. Chaz has got issues.
Yeah, there's something wrong with Chaz's car.
I don't know whether or not the game's randomly giving him a engine issue or what, but yeah, he's got issues.
100%, yeah. Sloth now takes the field.
Possibly could have floor damage. Never know. As Glock is again getting close to Total P's, but not close enough to make an overtake for the lead. And then further back, we've got XX and Sloth getting nice and racy as well. We've got the lap car of Callum Tyler still pootling around at the back. Kudos to him for staying in the race. It's definitely not been an exciting one for him. We've got Chazza just dropping further and further back now. He's got to have some form of damage on that car because he shouldn't be dropping back that far. We've got Sean down in P7. Good race.
Glock taking the lead here, if I'm quite honest with you.
Yeah, at the moment, I think the person who's going to be pleased with himself most is going to be Sean, because it's his first. He's on track for his first race finish for the season. He's on track for his first points of the season as well. But I think at the moment, who's got fastest lap? It's one of the front two. I just can't remember which one it is. God, I'd love to have Jeff right now. Total P's.
A 1:11.
As Glock is again not quite close enough to get the lead. This is the closest battle on track at the moment as well. But yeah, Glock looking a bit wobbly coming out of the cambered hairpin. See if we can keep it close. As we've got a set. Have a guess.
Callum.
No. That looks like an extremist.
Extremist?
Yeah, so extremist has had a bit of a tangle this time.
It's Crazy Bill who's got the fastest lap.
Crazy Bill. Wow. Oh, that's fair. He's on softs.
1:10.6.
He's on softs, to be fair, so that is to be expected on a softer compound tyre. But yeah, Glock is definitely looking racy on these last 5 laps, and I think
could be a very interesting last 5. I know that.
Oh, he's going to get the move for a lead here, definitely. I mean, he's
going to go for
3
it.
attempts, yeah.
And so
he's just going to defend it.
It's going to make him go the long way. He's going to do it though.
Yeah, he's going to do it. And Soto P is very fair with him. Can he stay side by side?
Of them mediums compared to them hards has just shown that it's absolutely...
Yeah, the hards just do not have the grip in the traction zones. As yeah, Glock is now in the lead and he will not want to give this back. He had a terrible race in France, and I think he had a pretty poor race in Baku as well. He's on -5 points in the championship, so I'm sure he'll want to get into the positives pretty quickly. So he'll definitely want to stay on this. He'll definitely want to stay on the podium, I'll put it that way. He's had to pace for it in the first 2 races, but through his own inhibition, he's not been able to capitalise on it. But Total Peas is not letting him go at all.
Extremist has some form of damage as well because he's just slowed right now.
Yeah, it looks like he's got big issues as well. And Chaz is finally getting caught by Drofter's Ghost as Total Peas has a DRS on Glock into turn 1. I don't think he's going to get the move done, but just that little bit closer with a hard shot and Jaguar. Gets within 3 attempts, but I think that's as close as it's going to get through the lap because the hards just don't seem to have the inherent grip of the
Extremely's favoured and doesn't want to give this position away to Crazy Bell.
No, not at all. I can't imagine him.
They're both in the softs as well.
The feisty Irishman is.
Crazy Bell's got DRS, he goes round the inside.
Oh, and it touched a little bit there.
Oh, and again, Extremist gives him a little nudge.
That was Extremist gave him room there from what I could see, so I think that was more. Bill should have probably been a bit more cautious there, if I'm completely honest. Callum Tyler's still doing well. I say doing well. He's running, and he's taking out a great marker board there. Extremist and Death Dragon have exchanged places, and Extremist is all over the track. This is getting scrappy here, as we've got a 3-way tussle for 12th, and a side by side now through the S section. This isn't going to go well at all, I don't think. I'm amazed all of these have stayed on track. These are close. These are really close.
That's a good battle, that is.
It is a good battle. Keeping an eye on a few of us. All shot downs chasing up. Oh yeah, Chaz has just letting all shot down pass. Chaz has got a serious issue.
Oh, he took. She's in now.
Chaz has got an issue by lots of things, which is a shame because he had such a good race. He was in the lead briefly.
He was having a good race up until then.
Yeah, but it's just going from bad for worse.
And Glock are still fighting. 2 laps to go.
Yeah, still in the session. He's getting caught by Drofter's Ghost. He's got to have proper significant damage. Yeah, he's in P9 now. He's behind Drofter. I mean, Drofter, he did lag out. He's not completed the 80% that's required, so he will not score points in this race anyway. But and that is unfortunate, but these things happen, and there are rules in place so that we know what to do.
He's getting ever so close.
Total Peas is.
Oh.
Yeah, Total Peas is getting very feisty on those hards. We've got 2 laps to go in this race, and the action is not stopping at all. We've still got a hell of a fight at the back for P12. Infamous Pillars is getting towards the back of PWSTN. I'm going to keep an eye on this battle actually. You'll let me know how close Total Peas gets to Glock. I'm going to keep an eye on PWSTN. Just see how he handles this pressure from Infamous Pillars.
So Pease comes up to the DRS straight now.
Yeah, you can't do much on that DRS straight, unfortunately.
No, he's just not close enough. Very close though, through the chicane.
Yeah. I think he's got a chance here.
Oh, he uses his
If he gets on
overtake.
ERS now, yeah. If he gets on his overtake now, he might have a chance.
He hasn't got that much, so both red lights are flashing.
Yeah, he's
Just not close enough. We're on the last lap now.
Yeah,
the
last
Netherlands Grand Prix.
And PWS has just letting his pills through, and Extremist has crashed.
And Extremist has
And
lost
Callum
it,
and
yeah.
Tyler have crashed at the same time. At the same time, it is a disaster for Rockstar. They'll be scoring. And to be fair, we've gone over the 80% that's required, I think. I think it's 80%? Might have been 90, I can't quite remember.
So his total P is going to manage anything on this last lap now. He's the closest he's ever been, I think, at the moment.
He is the closest he's been for a while. But he can't do anything on his DRS straight. I've been saying all this. This DRS straight is too short. I don't know why we have it. Unless he gets a hell of a run at the final corner, then it's Glock who's got the win. But just remembered with his penalty points, I think he's got a 5-second penalty. So he's going to stay in the top 3, but I don't think he's got the win. I think he will have a post-race penalty added.
Alright.
But on track at least, we've got Glock in P1 who takes the checkered flag from the total Ps. Sloth finishes off a podium. XX, good race for Monster in P4. TTG Sean with his first race finish of the season in P5. Good points there for the Hello Kitty squad. Also down the second Monster, sorry. Then we've got the first Gulf of Chewy. Then we've got Chazza, such a shame he fell back. Did manage to get back ahead of Drofter's Ghost in the end. Pillars in P10, PDS 10 in P11, P12 we've got Crazy Bills just about to come across the line, and in last place we have DJ Death Dragon.
Oh, bear chocolate.
But yeah, it looks like there's been a rate instance at the end of that there. But yeah, shame for Rockstar. They had two cars. They would have scored points. Obviously, but unfortunately, both crashing out. I'm not 100% on the rules. I have to double check. Point system.
Good race overall, though. I think.
If you
I quite enjoyed that one.
If you don't finish the race, you score 0 points, unless you disconnect after having completed an 80% race distance, and you will need a proof of disconnect. So, if you haven't finished the race, they do not score points. Is what I understand from that. Which is a shame for Rockstar. But those are the rules. So, on track at least, we have Glock for Monster Energy, who's taken the race win from P14 on the grid. Total P's has stayed where he was in P2, Sloth in P3, XX in P4, and TTG Sean for his first race finish of the season in P5. We've got All Shot down in P6, followed by Cheer Racing and Chazza. Chazza did lead briefly, but had a colossal decline in the last part of the race there, finishing just ahead of Drofter, who will not be counted. He did not complete most of the race. He lagged out early on, and we could not get him to join back. Infamous Pillars in P10, P11 PWSTN, P12 Crazy Bill, and the last known finisher is DJ Death Dragon in P13. Our known finishers were Mazzaspin, Willem Shaw, Andon, Ramsel, and Count Tyler, an Extremist. So, very unfortunate, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Great race overall, though.
Yeah, great race overall. Very clean for the most part. We had a few issues with etiquette, I think, but for the most part, I think that went well.
Yeah, quite enjoyable race, I do admit. I enjoyed that one.
Right, very good race to commentate on, I'll tell you that much. Let me just check the calendar to see where we're at next week. So next week we're at Austria.
Oh, my favourite track, I love it. Spielberg.
Yeah, I do like Austria, it's a good track. It's not my fastest track. My fastest track I'll still stand by is Spain. But yeah, it's still going to be good nonetheless.
Yeah, so then, catch you next week then, Casey.
Yeah, thank you for joining me once again. Yeah, no problem. And that has been commentary for Formula 4. No problem, we'll catch you next week.